A crisis is brewing between the People's Democratic Party Governors Forum and Nyesom Wike, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, as the party's National Working Committee meets on Wednesday. The conflict between Wike and Governor Siminalayi Fubara has caused a split in the Rivers State House of Assembly and led to legal disputes. Despite mediation efforts by President Bola Tinubu and others, the feud persists. Wike has threatened to take action in PDP-controlled states, prompting a meeting of the governors to address the issue. The NWC meeting on Wednesday will likely address the situation, but the outcome is uncertain. To further discuss this, I'm joined by Diran Odeyemi, former Deputy National Publicity Secretary, PDP. Good afternoon, Diran. Thank you for joining us at this time.
Good afternoon. I'm happy to join you this afternoon.
Now, as a former spokesperson for the PDP, can you share your insights on the ongoing conflict between Nyesom Wike and Governor Sim Fubara in Rivers State? What do you think is the root cause of this crisis?
It's very difficult to blame anybody at this particular time because over time, there has been a lot of accusation and counter-accusation, by the two of them. But the point is, nobody could say actually what has been the problem. But typical of a Nigerian politician, when you put somebody in the position of authority, especially when he install his successor, it's just natural and human to feel that you can control him, being in office. And there is always that attempt, for the governor to say, yes, I have a mind of my own. I can resist any dictation from my former boss. So that often brings a kind of a conflict. But that does not mean that it cannot be resolved. For the two of them to have allowed it to escalate to this extent is what you can blame on perhaps external factors and internal factors. Internal factors in the sense that the people who expected to be nominated by Wike joined Fubara, who was nominated to fight Wike. And Wike as an individual who is living a structure, we don't want the structure to be destroyed. And that is not having a home to return to, even though he's a minister in Abuja. So there is that conflict of power.
Okay. Now, the PDP Governors Forum has expressed support for Governor Fubara, while Wike has threatened to take action in PDP-controlled states. How do you think this situation will play out?
My belief is that the governor should have played a neutral role in mediating between the two of them, rather than taking sides. And they have allowed this matter to escalate to this extent. They have allowed it to degenerate into a crisis situation before coming into it. I don't expect them to take side with the governor because Fubara is part of them. I expect them to pacify, persuade, and mediate between the two, not that they will take side. That will not solve any problem because Wike will not take it easy with the governors. Wike will not take it easy with anybody who wants to frustrate him out of the party. So that is the issue. I believe mediation and true reconciliation is the best way out, not the governors taking side because Fubara is one of them.
All right, so if you say the governors shouldn't take sides, as someone who has served in the PDP's national leadership, what about the role of the National Working Committee in resolving this crisis? Should they intervene? If you agree that they should, then how should they do that?
It is very difficult for National Working Committee to come into this matter. Just like I've said it previously, that it's only the governors that can resolve this matter. The NWC are involved. They have divided themselves between Wike and Atiku, who are the main issue in PDP as of today. So there is no way a factor or a faction who is supporting a candidate or one of the leaders can resolve the issue. It would have been easier if the NWC had been neutral from the onset. But in this case, they are not neutral. They are on one side, and they divided themselves among these two leadership. So it's very difficult for them to win it. It is only the governors that can resolve it. And this is my belief. That they are coming in now is a good omen that yes, there will be solution. But the solution should not be either fighting Wike. It should be reconciling both Fubara and Wike.
Okay. Now, so what message do you think that, this whole crisis in the PDP sends about to Nigerians about the state of the party? How do you think the party can rebuild trust and unity amongst its members, especially in the run-up to the next elections?
We have allowed it to degenerate to this level. What I expected the party to have done after losing the election is to take an overall review of why and how we lost the presidential. The outcome of that review should have guided us into having a peaceful resolution and plan towards the next election. But we are still in this crisis. Now that the governors have taken over, I think it's an attempt that between now and let's give it in the next 6 months, we'll be able to resolve the crisis and be able to come together and play our role as an opposition political party in Nigeria.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Diran, for speaking to us on this.
Thank you very much for having me.